Mr has the call.
Thanks, Mr Speaker. I ask for the questions to be placed on the notice paper, and Mr Speaker, I ask to add to an answer.
Prime Minister has the call.
Thanks, Mr Speaker. In response to a question from the Manager of Opposition today that went to a quote from Mr Donald Trump, former President of the United States, in an interview with Nigel Farage, I wish to add this comment with regard to the position of Kevin Rudd as the Ambassador of Australia to the United States. On the 11th of February, just a month ago, Peter Dutton, the Leader of the Opposition, was asked by Andrew Clennell on Sky News the following: could you work with Kevin Rudd as Ambassador, or would you seek to replace him if you're elected? Leader of the Opposition responded as follows: I mean, what grounds would there be to replace him? I would work very closely with him. I know him, Kevin. I caught up with him when he was last in Australia, and he came to give us an update in relation to what he was seeing in Washington. He's represented his country well, and we are a few steps down the road there.
Order. Members on my left. Members on my left will cease interjecting.
But I think for most Australians, they get it. The importance of the relationship with America is at its height, more so than any period since the Second World War. That's a fairly significant statement, but that's exactly as the Prime Minister puts it as well. It is indeed, Mr Speaker, the way that this Prime Minister puts it, because the relationship with the United States is very important. It should be beyond the sort of cheap politics that we saw earlier today.
Order. We'll move to... the Leader of the Opposition is seeking the call.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. I seek leave to make a personal explanation.
Do you claim to be misrepresented?
Yes, I do, Mr Speaker.
You may proceed.
By the Prime Minister just then in question time. I did have complimentary things to say about Mr Rudd, and it is in our national interest to make sure that the Ambassador to the United States, our most important strategic alliance partner, is successful, and we will do everything we can to support him. The point I make, Mr Speaker, is that the President of the United States, past President Trump...
The Manager will pause. The Deputy Manager will pause. The Leader of the Opposition needs to claim where he is being misrepresented,
I'm just
not adding to an answer. So just explain where the misrepresentation occurred.
I'm in the process of doing that for you, Mr Speaker. And President Trump, who likely will be the nominee for the Republican Party at the next election in November, has now made very serious comments in relation to Australia's ambassador. They need to be answered, and Mr Rudd needs to repair the relationship. That's the point we were making, and we won't be hectored to or intimidated by these bully boys over here.